Hello! You might know me as the internet's Solosib, or you probably don't because most people don't watch my YouTube channel, but there's a link down there somewhere if you're interested in that. It's a daily vlog, much less educational, much more rambly. That's a lie, it's going to be equally rambly to what I will do here. Hello! So, this is, based on the name, or why you've clicked this, you're interested in educational videos. This video will not be educational, because introductions are rarely educational or helpful. But they are necessary. So, a little bit about why I'm here. Well, for one, I YouTube anyway because I vlog, and I figured why not try some educational stuff, because I know things. Some things. Not a lot of things. Some things. I know the occasional thing. But I digress. I'm here to teach you, well, I will be here to teach you about what I know, which is computer science. I have a degree in computer science, which makes me a programmer. I also am studying for another degree in something called computational biology. Computational biology being computers studying biology stuff. That's the nutshell. The real world stuff is much more complicated. But today, I'd like to highlight a little bit of this. Let's see if the camera can get some focus in on there. I'm off to the side. Not smart. I didn't plan this out very well. So, on this board is a project I worked on about a year ago. I haven't needed the board since, so I didn't erase it. You'll also notice some doodles, a camel, TARDIS over there on the far side, if you can make that out. And this cool Doctor Who thing back here, which one day someone might see. Maybe. So, this is what a computer scientist does. This is very complicated math and other things for doing something called the Frechet distance. I'm not going to go into the details of that. I will put a link to the Wikipedia description if you care about that. It's complicated, you won't enjoy it. But you can see what we've got here are some curves with some sizes, we've got some grid squares, we've got a big grid, we've got a path through that grid, and we have lots of different little code snippets of pseudocode and some referencing stuff over there, and a face. Point is, computer science is much more than just programming. Many people have done Hello World. Many people have coded up a web page. Many people have maybe even done a simple calculator or something else equally small. Very few of them have really looked at an algorithm, what that is. How do you sort a bin of numbers? Now, I can tell you that the way you sort it is much different than the way a computer sorts it, and the way you sort it is probably pretty efficient. It's about as efficient as the ways we teach computers to do it, but could you define the way you are sorting a bin of numbers? In fact, if you're watching this and you don't know anything about computer science, if you do, you have to skip this part, but if you don't know anything about computer science, describe below in kind of an orderly manner. If I gave you a bin of numbers, how would you put them in order? Just in general, give me a description of how you physically would put those numbers in order from the bin. Because I have a feeling you'll have more trouble than you think describing that process. That's what I want to do, is I want to distill down the algorithms and the computer science, and we're going to tackle this in two parts, which is how a lot of computer science departments do it, and we're going to do it with theory and practice. First, we're going to talk about theory, and then we're going to put it to practice. So the way we're going to do that practice is with a language called Python. I'm sure you've heard of it. If you haven't, it's fantastic. We're going to talk about Python, but we're not going to do it in kind of a, I'm going to write code and tell you about. We will look at code, and I will have written code for whatever we're doing. But really, we want to care about the theory, because if you understand how something works conceptually, you should be able to translate it to code. Now, that's not always the case. I'm speaking from experience, but that's the goal. And that's what I'm here for. I'm going to teach you how to look at a problem, create an algorithm to solve that problem, and then implement that algorithm on a computer, because we're lazy and we want the computer to do the work. Once we've got some basic handles on that, I will also occasionally, if people are interested, do some more bio and comp bio things. I do have a fairly strong background in pure biology and a lot of background in computational biology, and that's a topic very few people know about, so it might be of interest to you viewers. But that's about all I've got. This introduction has probably been boring and rambly, and most of you have already tuned out. I'm going to give you my standard goodbye that I use on my channel. Link down there, just as a second reminder. As always, have a nice evening.